Alright, so we got a GTS, I think it is 8800 nvidia card, and it was artifacting pretty bad, so we're gonna bake it and see what that does, just because. So I really wish I would have recorded earlier what it looked like, but anyways, this is the oven graphics card. I don't have the stock cooler anymore, so we have a Cooler Master seat on 120 hooked up to it with zip ties. But I threw the old cooler away off of it because honestly, it was bricked. It was artifacting really bad. Colors did not look right. And then there was these matrix lines going across the screen. It was just overall just a bricked graphics card. So I threw basically everything away for it because I didn't need it. I threw the fan, the whole overall heat shroud on it got thrown out, and I just kept the PCB because, you know, for fun. But anyways, I got this idea to throw it in the oven for 10 minutes and basically let I think it, like for like resoldering the points and stuff like that. There's this trick that basically you preheat your oven to about 200 degrees Celsius, which is 392 degrees Fahrenheit. I made little aluminum standoff like cones to put underneath it to hold it up, you know, GPU facing upward, and then I stuck it on the plate, on the platter, and then put it in the oven for about 8 minutes, and then I let it cool down for an hour. I've been told you don't want to go longer than 10 minutes. So basically I let it do that, and to my surprise, pulling it out, no more artifacting. Completely cleared out. So it looks good too. Like I cannot believe it. I can't believe putting this thing in the oven would have worked. But anyways, I really wouldn't suggest doing this with something. If you have a warranty or something, don't do it. You just take your warranty. But because this card is just old, it hasn't been used in like 8 months to a year. It's just been sitting there. It was actually working about 8 months ago. I tested it, then randomly while playing a game, it just fucking went all stupid and got all fucked up in artifacty and crazy colors. So that's when I basically just threw it out to the side, took the shroud off, and just kind of played around with it. Tried to get it to work with a different cooler on it, didn't work, so it sat dormant until I ran into that video about basically baking your graphics card, and to my surprise, 10 minutes in the oven fixed it. Of course, let it cool down slowly. I just left it in the oven till it was cool to touch. So it sat in the oven for about 45 minutes, just chilling there. So I would suggest doing that. I'll also take everything off that you can that is made of plastic. Like the 6-pin power connector wasn't removable, so obviously I left the stuff like that on there. But I mean, like the shroud, everything needs to come off of it except for the PCB. Basically take off everything you can, make some standoffs, have it GPU facing upward, and just bake that bitch in the oven for a little bit. But anyways, you guys, I can't believe that worked. And I don't know, I might be using this for like a little gaming computer, because an 8800 isn't really a pushover when it comes to like older games that I like to play, like Left 4 Dead 2 and Minecraft and stuff like that. It can handle it just fine, so I might be using this. I might have to figure out what I'm going to do with the cooler here, because I don't know if I want to use my 120M for this. I was going to use that for a different build. But hey, who knows, maybe I'll just keep it water cooled, because I know this card is a hot one. It sits about 60 degrees Celsius at idle temp, so I know it's a hot card, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to have the water cooler on it. Might need a better power supply. The motherboard it's hooked up to right now is a fuck, I don't even know, it's some Dell motherboard, and it's got a Pentium, can't remember, E something Pentium dual core with 4 gigs of RAM. Right here I have a Celeron, and I have a Core 2 quad right here too, CPU. So I don't know, I might use, I have an LGA 1150 motherboard, and I might use that for my HT PC. I might use that LGA 1150 motherboard and just pick up a Pentium of some sort, Pentium G or something, maybe an i3, and then throw this graphics card in there with a 30 watt power, or a 400 watt, 500 watt EVGA power supply, call it a day, because that should be more than enough. But this is awesome, I'm glad this worked. But anyways, you guys, like I said, if it's your last resort, you don't care if your graphics card ends up melting in the oven, then by all means try it. But if not, don't do it. I wouldn't suggest putting anything like this in the oven. But because I don't care about this card, and it already was broken, and the worst that would happen was it not work again, which it already didn't work, I threw it in there. So anyways, you guys, Steven with All Talk On, and I'll catch you guys later.